Hello everyone, my name is Biswadeep and I am currently pursuing my BTech at NIT RAIPUR. Today I am here to share something a little different, something personal, meaningful and deeply reflective. This video is a part of my project which I am completing under the guidance of Dr. Anup Kumar Tiwari sir, and through this introduction I hope to understand myself better and also inspire anyone watching to pause and look within. Introspection to me is not just thinking about who I am. Today it's about understanding how I have grown, what experience have I shaped me, and where I truly want to go. We often get so caught up in our busy academic schedules, responsibilities, and ambitions that we rarely take a moment to step back and reflect. But the truth is, self reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. So, in this video, I will be exploring different aspects of my personality, my values, my goals, and the challenges that shaped me. This is not just an assignment, it's a journey of understanding myself beyond grades, achievements, or expectations. I hope this exploration brings clarity to me and also encourages you to think about your own inner world. So let's begin with this introspection journey together. So the first question is, who am I really? This is a question I have asked myself many times, and each time the answer evolves a little. I have come to realize that I am not just my name or my college or goals I talk about. I am the sum of my experiences, my emotions, my struggles, my victories, and even the quiet moments I really talk about. I am someone who is still learning, still exploring what life means, still figuring out what I truly want. I am the person who has dreams but also fears, someone who hides a lot behind a calm face but feels deeply. I am someone who questions himself, someone who tries to calm, to grow, not because people expect it, but because I want to become better for myself. I am a mixture of strength, vulnerability, confidence, confusion, clarity, and chaos. Who I am is not something fixed. I am always changing with every new experiences, where every setback, every small success. I am someone who values meaning, someone who thinks deeply, and someone who wants to make a difference. Maybe who I am is not a final answer, but ongoing journey, a journey of breaking old version of myself and building new ones, a journey of learning, unlearning, and rediscovering, a journey of becoming someone I am proud of slowly, steadily, and sincerely. The next question is, what worries are most about me the future? The future feels like a beautiful but uncertain landscape, full of possibilities but also full of unknowns. What worries me the most isn't whether I will achieve my goals, but whether I will live up to my true potential or not. I worry that I might settle for less or allow fear to stop me from chasing what I really want. I worry about my wasted time, missed chances, and the paths I didn't take because I feared a lot and doubted myself. I worry about responsibilities, the weight of expectations from my family, from society, from my friends, even from my own self. Sometimes I am afraid of choosing the wrong direction or making a mistake that changes the course of my life. Sometimes I fear losing people I love or drifting away from them as times move on. But the biggest worry in this is the fear of looking back someday and realizing that I didn't live fully, that I played safe, stayed quiet, or waited too long for the right moment that never came. Yet, even with all these worries, there's hope because the future isn't something that happens to me. It's something I shape with my every single day, with the choices I make now. And as long as I keep going, keep learning, and keep trying, I know the future will unfold the way it's meant to. The next question is, if this were the last day of my life, would I have the same plans? If today were my last day, everything would look different. I wouldn't spend it worrying about deadlines, tasks, or expectations. I wouldn't care about what others think of me or what I haven't achieved yet. Instead, I would focus on the things I often overlook, the people I care about, the conversations I postpone, the feelings I hesitate to express. I would spend time with my family, telling them how much I love them and how much they mean to me. I would call friends I haven't spoken to in a while. I would apologize to people I hurt, forgive those who hurt me, and let go the things I have been carrying for years. I would stop outside and appreciate the world, the sky, the wind, the trees, things I usually pass without noticing. I would enjoy the simple pleasure, a warm meal, a quiet walk, and a peaceful moment with myself. These questions remind me how fragile and unpredictable life is. We live like we have infertile time, but we don't, and even the thought, I can't live every day like it's my last. Yeah, I also can't choose to live with more intentions, to be present, to be grateful, to prioritize what truly matters. Because life is short, and I don't want to waste it on things that don't bring meaning to my heart. The next question is, what am I really scared of? When I look deep within myself, I realize my biggest fears aren't about the outside world. They come from within. I'm scared of falling, yes, but what scares me even more is trying with all my heart and still discovering it wasn't enough. I fear putting my dreams out and facing rejections. I fear disappointing myself, non living up to my own priorities, disappointing myself, and I'm scared of losing people I care about or drifting away from relationship that means something to me. I fear change even though I know it's necessary. Fear uncertainty even though I know it's unavoidable. There also a fear of time, the fear that it might pass too quickly and I might not do anything that I want everything to be done. But the deepest fear is this, the fear of regret, the fear of looking back and realizing I didn't take a chance because I was scared of realizing that I lived a safety and calm life instead of boldly, quietly, instead of authenticity. But I am learning something important. Fear doesn't mean stop. Fear means something matters, something is worth and trying, and the only way to conquer fear is by moving through it, step by step, with courage that grows every time I choose not to give up. The next question is, am I holding on to something I need to let go of? Yes, I am. I am holding on to my old fears, old memories, old version of myself that I shouldn't have outgrown by now. I am holding on to mistake I made years ago, even though they taught me valuable lessons. Sometimes I hold on to people who no longer belong in my life. Simply a letting go feels like losing a part of myself. I hold on to expectations from others and from myself that keeps on me to try to version of life that isn't aligned with whom I am today. I hold on to to the moments that hurt me because somehow pain becomes familiar and familiar feels safe. But letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about freezing myself from the weight of things that don't help me grow. It's about realizing that holding on to the past prevents me from moving towards the future I deserve. Letting go means trusting the better things are coming. It means believing that I don't need to carry everything with me. I even though letting go is difficult. I know letting go is difficult. I know it's necessary to move forward, to heal, to become lighter, and to finally make the life that waiting for me. So the next question is, have I made someone smile today? I try to make someone smile every day, even if it's in the smallest way. It could be a simple, how are you, with genuine interest, a small compliment, a shared joke, or even just being present when someone is company. We underestimate the powerful a smile can be, not just that one we receive, but the one we give. Sometimes the simplest gesture creates the biggest impact. There are days when I don't realize it, but maybe my presence, my words, or my actions brought comfort to someone without me knowing. And that is the beauty of kindness. It doesn't always need to be loud or obvious. Sometimes it's in listening without judgment, helping someone with their work, sending a message that says, I am here for you, or showing when it up matters. Even if I haven't done something extraordinary, I try to live in a way that leaves a positive imprint of people around me. I want to be someone whose energy makes me others feel lighter, not heavier. Making someone smile isn't about forcing positivity. It's about choosing empathy, smile. It reflects back on me too. It gives me a sense of purpose, connection, and warmth. So, yes, I try and I hope and I succeed more often than I think. The next question is what I have given up on. I have given up on many things, but surprisingly, they are not the things that matter. I have given up on trying to be perfect because perfection is an illusion that only exhausts me. I have given up on pleasing everyone because no matter how much I try, someone will still misunderstand me. I have given up on comparing myself to others because everyone has their own story and mine one is unique. I have given up on holding on to the past, the regrets, the mistake, and the guilt I carried for too long. These things can kept me stuck, held me back, and made on smaller. Letting them go felt like replacing parts of myself I had lost. I have also given up waiting for the perfect time. I understand that growth happens when I start, not when everything feels right. And I have given up on being scared of failing because every failure has taught me more than success ever did. What I haven't given up on and I never will is becoming better, being kind, dreaming bigger, and believing in myself. Even on the hard days, giving up on the right things have helped me make space for the right things. The next question is when did I last push the boundaries of my comfort zone? Pushing the boundaries of my comfort zone doesn't mean doing something dramatic. Sometimes it's taking small steps that feels uncomfortable at first. Recently I have been doing that more often, whether it's starting a new habit, speaking up in a situation where I would normally stay silent, trying something academically challenging, or taking responsibilities in the ways I never did before. I feel myself stretching. Every time I step outside my comfort zone, I learn something new about myself, my resilience, my potential, and my hidden strength, which is the most important thing. The truth is, comfort zone feels safe, but nothing grows there. Growth requires discomfort, courage, and the willingness to embrace the unknown. I have realized that every meaningful achievements in my life has started with a moment of discomfort. The moment I said yes when it would been easier to say no, and even though it's scary, each step makes me more confident, more capable, and more aligned with whom I want to be. So yes, I have been pushing my comfort zone not with big leaps, but with consistent steps, and those steps are slowly changing me in the ways I am proud of. The next question is if I had to instill one piece of advice in a newborn baby, what would it be? If I had to give one piece of advice to a newborn baby, someone entering this world with pure innocence, I would say be kind to others and to yourself also. Kindness is simple, but is the most powerful force in this world. Life will be full of challenges, misunderstanding, and pressure. Sometimes people will hurt you, sometimes you will hurt yourself with expectations or mistakes. But kindness will guide you through everything. Be kind to your dreams. Don't abandon them just because they take time. Be kind to your failures. They are the teachers in disguise. Be kind to your body. It carries you through life. Be kind to your mind. It needs rest and peace. Be kind to people because everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Kindness doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong in ways the world doesn't always. It opens door, builds relationship, heals wounds, and bring light into dark places. Life will state you, but kindness will keep you heart, but kindness will keep your heart soft and your spirit strong. This is what something worth carrying a lifetime. The next question is, what small act of kindness was I once did when I was a and I will never forget. That was a moment when someone simply listened to me, not to respond, not to judge, not to fix anything, but just to understand. It seemed like such a small thing, but at that time in my life, it meant everything. I didn't need advice, I needed someone who genuinely cared. It made me realize how rare true listening is in this fast, distracted world. Most people hear but very few listens. That person gave me space to express myself, space to breathe, space to be vulnerable without fear. And that small act created a huge impact. It reminded me how powerful empathy is, how a simple, sincere gesture can make someone feel seen and valued. That moment taught me the importance of being present for others, not just physically but emotionally. Sometimes kindness isn't about doing something big, it's about doing something real, and that simple act of presence is something I will never forget it. And it shaped me in such a way that I treat people, it shaped me that I want to show up for others. It taught me that the smallest kindness can stay in someone's heart forever. As I come to this end of this introspection, I realize that growth is not something that happens overnight. It's a continuous journey of understanding who I am, who I want, and what I stand for. I may not have all the answers yet, but I am willing to question, learn, and improve every single day. Thank you for listening to my reflection, and I hope I inspire you a lot to look within yourself too. Thank you.